What do you want to see? Stock, you're also more than welcome to elect anything at any time.
No, I was looking at this. I tried to upload this thing to your Discord, the just looking under the charts watch list, titled just looking. Under bearish charts. I tried to put in this Grove Inc. that what's his name wanted to see. John Hopkins wanted to see Grove, which is George Roger Victor Indian.
Looks like
I'm gonna put it in here. See if that worked. I put it on under your Discord under just looking tab, which is under the charts section. I don't like it. The link is not, or it's not populating the chart.
I looked at the link on a secondary computer. I don't know why it's not showing the thumbnail or the picture or.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The thumbnail. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe. Let's see what's going on.
Denzo, you're welcome here anytime. Yeah, I'll definitely do some technical analysis here for you. As you can see, we've played this one before, and it's also been a while. You can tell by the shade of orange represented by these lines that this chart was made from an extended period of time ago. Look at that RSI is the first thing that catches my attention. We can quite clearly see nothing because I'm full screen. Jesus, my bad, guys. Fumbling and tumbling. Here we go. Quite clearly see the age of the chart based on the color of yellow used for the lines. We've brought this up multiple times. Here's an example. Bang. So as you can see, we've played this company before. It's just been a while.
That's a nice looking chart, dude.
Yeah, it's the RSI that's
bit extended now.
Yeah, I'm about to build this one out. Look at this though. Does this not drive anyone into an area of concern?
Yeah, this thing is so extended right now. Hey, but you know, stocks that go high go higher, man. I mean, case in point, Tesla. Can tell you how many guys that tried to talk out of selling Tesla at $800 just because they felt it was too high and that was where it was going to stop. Yeah. I said, why don't we just put a sell stop on it? You've made up your mind to sell it. I get it. You have your reason. I get it. But why settle for something when you can get something better? It's a growth story on steroids. Nothing on its chart for months has said sell. Why would you get in the way of that? I mean, oh, no, because 800 is where I'm going to sell it. Okay, fair enough. Well, there you go. You just left like 15-20% on the table.
Man, if only I could easily scrub through my Twitter history. I remember talking about Tesla at 220 or something. It was very long time
about
ago.
a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and they've done a reverse split.
I can probably tell you exactly when that was.
No, go ahead and scrub through my Twitter. There's charts and everything. You can see the whole loop and everything. But there's so many different companies in the world.
How much was it?
It was like 220 or something. Go look at my Twitter. There's me talking about it. And in that time period somewhere, 2018 time.
Yeah. 220 would have been.
It was around the same time. 2020 was $9. Oh, I remember that too. Oh, that was good.
Around June, July of 2020. Somewhere in there, June or July of 2020 would have been when you were chiming in on that one. Yeah, June of 2020. Yep. But I mean, stocks that go high can go higher. I mean, look at Costco, dude. I was like, don't fight the trend. Please do not fight the trend. And
Am I funny? Yes or no? This was from like way back when. This was, I don't even know, December 2018. Well, wasn't that a hell of a time? Costco has a very parabolic nature to it.
yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um,
Good gravy. Look at this freaking chart, dude.
Currently valued at 200 billion. So, do you think DoorDash is worth a third of this?
Different business model, really.
You can even ask the same
Uh,
question vice versa. Do you think this is worth 3 DoorDashes?
I don't care what I think. I know what the price of the stock has done.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah,
opinion is worthless. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, really? Uh, that's insane,
so
dude.
what do you
Let me look at
do
it
in
in
a
a.
scenario like this, right? When something's overbought and you might
You
get a
gotta,
piece of
yeah.
it.
Well, you start using your averages, right? And then you start looking at your own personal purse. What makes sense to you? You start working with your own risk to reward ratio.
There you
Are
go.
you willing to lose 2% to make 8? Are you willing to lose 2% to make 6? Are and you start doing things like that, and then you come up with your own entry levels. But when something becomes parabolic like this, nothing makes sense. I mean,
You took the words out of my
only
mouth, man.
your personal control. I know because we think alike.
Yeah.
We're weird like that.
Yep.
I mean, but that's there's nothing you can do with this. It's just like a freaking cliff. It's like the freaking Eiffel Tower in Paris. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's really nothing that you can do here other than come up with your own personal strategy. Can't really draw technicals. I mean, you sort of can, but
It is really
and
hard.
just
It is really hard to like draw technicals for a company like this that's moving like
I think it's awesome.
it
I think that's insane. And this is a whole. Isn't this
so
like Sam's Clubs? Isn't that what this is?
it's Costco. It's like a generic version of San. No, I'm just kidding. They're all. By
I
the
mean, it
way,
doesn't look very generic to me. Good gravy.
it's
Look at the
a
freaking
it's the
price,
same as
bro.
BJ's, same as it's like Sam's Club, same as all the yes, that is this
I mean,
company.
good nuts, man. It's gone over 100% every year for the last 3 years.
It has
I
been
mean,
doing well.
how did I not see this?
So here's the
Who
thing,
brought this
right?
on the chart? Who brought this on? Who is this
Denzo,
guy?
Denzo, the man, the myth, the legend. So the thing with this is what I typically, my style of investing, in my opinion, in my humble 2 to 10 cents, I look for things that are probable, not profitable. While this may be doing well and had been doing well, it's hard to predict where it's going to go from its current price if someone were to place an order right here, right now. I
Right.
So I heavily try to look for things that are highly probable over things that could potentially net me the most. Things that are a little bit more out of pocket in the sense, the finance term, I'm not using slang, but like somebody's like inputting to get an output here. It is what I see when I see these parabolic gainers or these subsidized Jedi contract companies, things like that, you know? Jedi
Yeah.
contract companies are your cloud, U.S. government cloud computing related symbols like Microsoft. Like these are taxpayer dollars that are propping up these, whatever you want to call it. It's parabolic in nature is just one way of phrasing it. Are these locked? Some silly.
I mean, it's just unreal.
It is unreal. For instance, after recognizing that this in particular symbol is very hard to predict and doesn't give you a clear direction very easily.
Yeah, I got one. I got something.
How do we enter it? How do we go about entering something like this?
I'm looking at the 50 SMA, the 50 simple moving average on a daily chart. You can use that as support or slightly under it on the low of October 4th there. You can use that low as support and then just buy it wherever here and just use that as your line in the sand. I mean, it's like
That's a strategy. That's a strategy.
I mean, what else could you do? It's like,
that's a strategy.
you got to have something.
If any, see, I'm always thinking big picture. I'm always thinking big picture. I'm always thinking monthly. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me when I'm not holding the mic so close, but
No, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking big picture monthly.
The 180 here would be like my ideal entry. Like, for example, right here in 2021, if somebody had told you in February 2021, who was it? Who was bearish in February 2021? Thank you. For the record, let's set the record straight. Your entry would have you probably would have wanted your average share to price to be around that 300 to 310 price point. As you can see, 300 was acting almost as like a psychological support. I just haven't depicted it yet, but like 300's right here. You can tell there's a point of contention right here. In February 2021, there was this big push down followed by a very large gain. You go to here, 53%. And you go to here, we got 59%. Pretty respectable. How much more?
Do they make money, this company? I mean, what do their fundamentals look like? Yeah, look at that. Holy shit.
We're about to look at that. Let me draw a few more lines to make sure I give this company a fair shake. And
last 7 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 8 quarters reported positive earnings and sales year over year for the same quarter previous year. This thing is a beast. It's like a little freaking Tesla of grocery stores. It's like, what the hell?
The Amazon grocery stores where you don't have to like go to a register or something. You just like grab your stuff.
I want to go and get a Costco card now. Just because I just saw this chart. I'm going to go and get a freaking membership. We got one somewhere down on here on the east coast of Florida.
Okay.
We got like 2 of them. I'm gonna go get one just for shits and giggles. I mean, I got to see what's in the store that just kicks ass.
You're gonna have to tell me how the free samples are. I hear they're pretty good.
That's probably what it is.
Denzo, the man, the myth, the legend. Denzo recommended this symbol for PT part 456. You're looking for 4, 5, 6. Much smaller candles. What do you mean by PT? Can you spell out that acronym, or is it a symbol, or I just want to make sure we're
I think it's Pintech Technology. Is that what he's saying? Pintech Technology?
Yeah, I thought he was referring to a different symbol, but then he like gave me a price target. That makes complete sense. Okay, thank you. Man, that $310 price point would have been amazing, eh? Man.
Oh, 496 price target.
Should we do I need to draw the Fibonacci circle here, or do we all see it?
This is the danger. I wouldn't say danger, but this is what I was trying to explain earlier. People are like, will it get to this? Will it get to that? Right? And the number is irrelevant.
Yeah, people
Because when you
start.
have an issue, yeah. And let me get this point out real quick because, you know, somebody taught me a very long time ago, don't settle for something when you can get something better, especially when it comes down to markets and you have a stock that's behaving like this for the better part of what, 5, 6 years, bearing COVID. I mean, this thing it just looks really good. It's a beast, the fundamentals to back it, the freaking price action to back it. I mean, it's just bucking all the trends, right? I mean, everything is clicking. Nothing about this chart says sell, right? So we know the trend. We have identified the trend. I don't give a damn that it's trading at all-time highs. That's irrelevant with a company like this. It's proven that time over time, year over year, right? Not me talking. There it is. So now, don't worry about where it could get to, but more use a defensive way of looking at this thing because it's proven that it can go up exponentially. And I mean, it might take a week or two or a month, but I use the example of Tesla, right? Guys, they were dead set on 800 because there was resistance there. I said, guys, look, you've made up your mind to sell at 800. I get it. But please, for the love of God, use a freaking stop. You're up. Some of them were up 40, 50%. I said, do you think you can give yourself a $16 buffer under the current price, just to prove maybe you're wrong? Give yourself a chance of being wrong. Why would you not do that? I mean, you have a hefty gain. Give yourself a chance to make more. And here we are, $1,000 just 3 days later. So no, they sold at 800 because they were dead set on 800. They got so stuck in the technicals. But when you're dealing with parabolic issues like this, and this is not as parabolic as Tesla, but then again, neither is anything else. But it's kind of the same structure, right? There's no way you can tell where this thing is going to go. Yeah, you can draw your Fibonacci extension and this and that, but I mean, you really don't know. It's like catching a falling knife upside down. You have no idea when this thing can stop. Does that make any sense?
That made a lot of sense, bro. You were really riffing there. I think Denzo really liked it. I hope you can hear me. There we go. That made a lot of sense.
I mean, we don't know. We don't know how high it can go.
So, well, we can compare it to our peers as this Fortune 500 company. Probably.
It's almost like you pick a spot to buy, right? You pick a spot to buy, and then you pick a relative point under it with a sell stop, and that's it. That's your trade. And as this thing starts to ratchet up, you look for a new relative trade. I mean, you raise your stop.
Okay. So the reason I don't like trailing stops, but I highly recommend them for beginners.
I didn't say trailing. Well, no. I did not say trailing.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between a regular stop and a trailing stop.
Yeah.
I said set your stop and watch it.
I feel like when I set a stop, I'm always getting the worst value for my shares, when I sell,
that can happen.
Intentional, that can happen. When I sell, the markets know, man.
So no, I get that. But when you're dealing with something like this, like Tesla.
Like, for example, if you were holding this company between November 30th and March 2021, that wouldn't have been the best use of your time. But if you were to think of your position as almost being this blue line, and as long as the current price is above the blue line, that average that the blue line is representing will ever increase. So if you think, okay, I'm going to buy some Costco shares. Right now, the 180 moving average is at like 305. That's me. I may have paid 490, but that moving average is me. That would be like where you would want to cut your losses, right? And as long as it stays above these indicators, you'd probably want to hold there. Again, that this RSI terrifies me to all extents. This RSI is terrifying.
And it's so common, so
Yeah,
common with
yeah,
stocks that look like this. So
yes.
common, right?
Let's
I
look.
mean, it's just that's going to be part of the deal. It's not going to look like a regular RSI. It's just not going to. Look at the freaking price action, dude. It's just not going to. I mean, it's, you know,
59% is pretty respectable. Let's look at some of the more fundamentally side of things. Again, for a dividend, it has 0.06. The U.S. national average is somewhere between 3 and 4%. So it's below average, but it's better than nothing. But it's not going to deter many bears. Would be nice to see a bit bigger dividend. In the year 2018, they had a profit margin of 2.21%. In the year of 2019, they had a profit margin of 2.4%. In the year 2020, they had a profit margin of 2.4%. And in the year of 2021, they had a profit margin of 2.25%. Very skim, very lean, very just hanging in there. It's not the most astronomical, mind-bending income. Now let's look at the earnings reports. Are they beating analyst expectations? Yes, no. What happened here? Look at how hard this estimation was. Look at how high it was. This is an example of like why I don't like earnings ratings, and it always ruins the news article and the headline. The headline's always insert blank company here beat analyst expectations, when it should be insert company here is making 2% net profit per year.
right.
And analysts give these expectations, like we have our future one right here. This one, it's so astronomical. Like, where does this analyst get off on the idea of going from, okay, this month we're expecting this, but this month we're expecting over 33% higher. Like, how does this happen?
There's a reason.
It's because yes, exactly. When they give it super hard earnings like this, it's like they want them to miss, and they want the news headline to be, oh, this company insert whatever missed earnings, and they're not actually looking at the income statements to see if they're making money, how much money they're making, at what rate they're making money, are they utilizing all the write-offs. So it's just
There's a reason why the word analyst starts with anal.
yeah. And it's amazing that even for that
They're
one
always
quarter,
behind the eight ball.
yeah,
Almost always.
and it's amazing for that one quarter where the Wall Street analysts gave it the super hard earnings that would have been hard to
Yeah.
hit. It did still hit. It didn't hit with the Q2 2021. Relative to Q4, Q1's looking pretty soft, but again,
I always tell people, man, pay attention to the
your
reaction to
take
the
was very
earnings.
good.
It's not
Yeah.
the number. It's not the number. It's the reaction to the numbers, because there's a lot that goes to the number. You know, there's forward-looking statements. There's all of that stuff that's not in the number. That's not in the number. I mean, the number is past results. I mean, forward-looking statements are stuff that's getting priced in from the report, but it's not really a quantitative thing. It's not quantitated. It's a freaking best guess. And they're going to go ahead and just either tank the stock or bid it up based on forward-looking statements. I mean, it's what killed Snap in their earnings report. I hate to go back to that again, but I mean, it's probably one of the biggest misses that we've had in quite some time, and it's what killed them. I mean, it's like the forward-looking statements killed them. You know, this Apple crap. I mean, it's like, oh gosh, really? We're gonna go a fight with Apple now? How good is that gonna go? It's like, are you kidding me right now?
Team Epic
God.
all the way, pro indie dev. 2 and 20 is a real industry standard. Team Epic, E's over A's all day. E's in jet. No, but I mean, this company, as you quite clearly see. I think Mr. Stock here from Discord, he's also a watcher of the stream. He's great. He did a fantastic job explaining why the pros and the cons of a company like this. You would want your average cost per share to be as close again to this monthly 20 or this weekly 180. How does he use them so interchangeably like that? It's almost like they're the same.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we got Vibes. What's up, Vibes? Yo, what it do? Just thought I'd stop by. I'll be in here if you're still live. I plan to still be live for a while. Meet Stock. Stock is very awesome. He's been very nice, and I'm glad to have met him. He's been helping with the stream today. We've been going for what, 5.5 hours? I don't necessarily.
I gotta get to bed soon.
Okay.
Why'd you
how
have
am
to
I
go
gonna
there, man?
highlight all
Good
this?
gravy.
Yeah. How am I gonna?
Did we answer? Is John Hopkins still around? Did we answer his question about the? I think we did. GRVI. Yeah, I think we did.
I probably got some. So we could look at
Alliance. What do you think about Alliance? Ferber is asking.
That's
Alliance.